It usually starts with a simple request. You ask your child to clean up their toys, and they respond by throwing one across the room. Your jaw clenches, your heart rate spikes, and your patience evaporates. In these stressful standoffs, it feels like you only have two options. You can default to authoritarian discipline to force compliance, or lean into permissive parenting to stop the screaming. But there is a highly effective middle ground, known as calm authority. It combines firm limits with deep empathy. To build this approach into your daily routine, pick one recurring behavioral struggle. It could be bedtime battles, leaving the playground, or the morning routine. Keep that specific scenario in mind as we build a 4-step action plan to handle it. Having a specific blueprint in place takes the guesswork out of discipline. Instead of treating a tantrum as a battle to win, you follow a predictable process that protects your relationship with your child. Step 1 is to regulate yourself. From a biological standpoint, a dysregulated adult cannot calm a dysregulated child. If your nervous system is in a state of high alert, your child's brain perceives you as a threat, and their defenses go up. To shift out of fight or flight, you need a physical reset. Taking a slow, deep breath brings your body back to a resting state. Pair that breath with an internal safety reminder. Tell yourself, this is not an emergency. When your brain treats a meltdown like an urgent crisis, you act impulsively to shut it down. When you pause to recognize you are safe, you buy yourself the time to respond intentionally. If you skip this vital self-regulation step, any boundary you set or discipline strategy you apply will automatically escalate the conflict. Step 2 is to connect and validate. Start by physically changing your posture. Instead of towering over your child and issuing commands from above, drop down to their eye level. This demonstrates you are not a threat. Next, you need to validate their intense desire. Recognizing what your child wants does not mean you have to actually fulfill that desire. It simply proves that you understand their perspective. You can do this using the SCENE formula. You look directly at them and state, "You really want," followed by whatever is causing the friction. If they are refusing to put their toys away, you say, "You really want to keep playing." If they want dessert before dinner, you say, "You really want that ice cream." Hearing their exact desire stated out loud signals psychological safety to your child's brain. They stop fighting to be heard, which is the strict prerequisite for getting them to cooperate with your rules. Step 3 is to state the boundary calmly. A calm but serious voice is grounded and definitive. It does not sound angry, but it also does not sound passive, weak, or like it is asking for permission. A common trap is allowing your calm voice to be ignored, only stepping in to enforce the rules when you finally start yelling. If you do this, your child learns that they only need to listen to your mean voice, because the calm voice carries no actual weight. To attach your boundary to the validation from step 2, avoid using the word "but." That word erases empathy. Instead, pivot with "and," followed by your boundary. The script sounds like this: you really want to keep playing, and it is time to clean up. At this point, many parents fail by issuing excessive warnings. Counting to 3 or giving a last and final warning tells the child they do not have to comply yet. To prevent endless boundary testing, give one clear instruction. If they do not follow it, immediately move to action. Making your calm voice your serious voice establishes predictable authority. When your child understands that your instructions are consistently followed by action, they gradually stop testing the boundary and begin to listen more readily to your initial request. Step 4 is the follow-through. It is highly likely that even after you deliver the perfect, calm boundary, your child will still refuse to listen. When faced with this resistance, desperation often kicks in. You might resort to unenforceable verbal threats, like saying you will throw all their toys in the trash. When you make threats you cannot or will not enforce, your boundary collapses. Instead, adopt a coach mindset. Step in and physically guide your child through the required action. The verbal script is simple. "I see you're having trouble cleaning up. I'm going to help you, and we'll do it together." Physical guidance is not about dominance, and you should not force them aggressively. It is about supporting them through a transition they cannot manage on their own, enforcing the rule with love. Consistent, gentle follow-through proves 2 things to your child: your boundaries are immovable, and your support is unconditional. You now have a complete calm authority action plan. Step 1, breathe and regulate yourself. Step 2, validate their desire. Step 3, state your boundary. Step 4, follow through physically. To make this work, you must reframe your ultimate goal. Success is not magically silencing the tantrum. Success is remaining steady, calm, and present while your child processes their big, difficult feelings. Write these 4 steps down on a sticky note and put it on your fridge. The next time a meltdown happens, let that note be your guide. When you practice this predictable sequence during every behavioral struggle, you teach your child that they can rely on your steady leadership even when they feel out of control. Over months of consistent follow-through, this process builds a relationship of mutual respect, where cooperation becomes a shared habit rather than a daily conflict.